Namaskar. I'm Kumar Rakesh and you're watching Global Governance News TV. Today, the news for the Kashmir and for the Kashmir. One Kashmir incident, 23rd March 2003, the Nadi Marg massacre. That is also shown in Kashmir Files movie directed by Mr. Vivek Agnotri. Very popular movie. And another news is related with Congress. So after Mr. Gulam, many will be more Azad from Congress, it seems. And today reaction from Manish Tiwari and Anand Sharma. So point to be noted. So now we start from the Kashmir now, for the incident. So JK and Ladakh High Court reopens the 2003 Nadim massacre case in which 24 Kashmiri Pandit were brutally murdered by Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorists. This meanwhile also rejected the contention of terrorist Jia Mustafa, who is considered to be the mastermind of 2003 massacre, that the judge cannot review its own order by highlighting the difference power of recall of power of review of judgment. So on Friday, yesterday, Jammu and Kashmir Ladakh High Court ordered the reopening the case concerning the Nandimarg massacre, which 24 Kashmiri Pandits were brutally murdered in Pulwama district. The incident happened in March 23rd March 2003 when Kashmiri Hindus Pandits were murdered by Islamic terrorists from Lashkar-e-Toiba, whatever they claim. This is after the state government had issued an application seeking recall of an order which was dismissed a criminal revision in December 2011 were challenged a lower court order. The order by the lower court had denied the prosecution of examined witnesses and materials related to the Nadimar massacre. And it has been just High Court also allowed the application of state government seeking recall of order which dismissed the criminal revision petition 2011 challenging the lower court order which had denied the prosecution of examined witnesses material related to Mandimar massacre. So, and Justice Sanjay Dhar stated that recognition of court's order dated December 21, 2011, by which the criminal review petition against a sessions judge order was rejected, will stand because it is within its authority to recall orders that are void in the eyes of law. He said that High Court then passed an order in the case without giving any reasons. It seems during the pendency of trial, the prosecution moved an application before the trial court seeking permission to examine material prosecution witnesses on commission. According to the prosecution, these witnesses had migrated out of Kashmir Valley and they were reluctant to depose before the trial court of at Sopia in view of threat perception. That said, stating the reason for application dismissal by the sessions judge on February 19, 2011. However, when it was challenged in High Court by a criminal revision petition, it was dismissed as well. The judge, meanwhile, also rejected the contention of the terrorist Jia Mustafa, who is considered to be the mastermind of 2003 massacre, that the judge cannot review its own order by highlighting the difference power of recall from power of review of assessment. Just if you know Nadim Marg massacre 2003, I am telling you, March 23rd, 2003, 24 Hindu Kashmir Pandit in the village of Nadim Marg in Pulwama district of Jammu Kashmir were killed. Killed not, shot them with the gunpoint, point blank range. Killed by Lashkar-e-Toiba terrorists, armed militant came dressed in the counterfeit military uniform and dragged the Hindus out of their homes, lined them, shot them with automatic weapons. The victims, 11 men, 11 women, and 2 small children, ranged 65-year-old to 2-year-old. You can imagine how they are brutally, how they are inhuman, how they are just not called for. If they are follower of Islam, they should be shut down at any place if they are doing the name of Islam. These type of Islamists should not be accepted in any part of the world. The policemen posted there fled the scene. Killers disfigured the bodies of victims, looted their houses, and took away the ornaments from the bodies of the gentlemen. Following the slaughter, a FIR was filed in Janapur. Seven accused people were brought before the court of Principal Session Judge Pulwama. Following inquiry, the case was then transferred to Shopia Court of Principal Session Judge. So you can understand. And after that, how uh, in the 90s we know more than 50,000 Kashmiri Pandit already settled in the Jammu refugee camp base. And what also interesting in that refugee camp, many Muslims also just living there. How just trying to change the narratives. You can understand how they are so sharp. So this should not be excused at any cost. One person just lied, Mr. Mohan Bhatt. Anyhow, he just saved his life. Now he is working. He has been working in Jammu and his uh, government school as lab assistant. As Mr. Senior journalist Rahul Pandita also mentioned all his stories. Our moon has blood clots and the pain of the Kashmiri Pandit and our Vivek Agnotri. Also, the incident shown in that movie, the real story, brutality presented in the movie, is shown in the film. Terrorists like Yasin Malik got tireless support and endorsement from those in power and the intellectuals in the year 2006. The Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, has invited Yasin Malik, shame on them, to meeting in his official residence in New Delhi. So you can understand how Dr. Manmohan Singh and Congress government supported Ghazwai Hind type mission. The Kashmir Files movie has made thousands of people realize the harsh reality of Kashmir and the brutal genocide, and that had been converted up or denied for all these years. Some even are finding it hard to accept. The movie is based on the true stories, and the victims of episode were never heard. The dialogues of movie like The Truth of Kashmir is so true that people may find it unbelievable. Broken people don't speak. They just need to be heard. This is a huge war of information. Narratives have seconded the widely held notions established by decades of whitewashing and denials. The films take viewers back to 1989, when due to rising Islamic jihad, a huge conflict erupted in Kashmir, forcing the great majority of Hindus to flee the valley. According to estimates, more than 1 lakh of the valley's total 1,40,000 Kashmiri Pandit in evidence migrated between February and March 1990. More of them fled the years that followed until just about 3,000 families remained in the valley by 2011. The movie was based on the video interviews the first generation Kashmiri Pandit victims of Kashmiri genocide. Begins the episode of 1990 when the CM of Jammu Kashmir, Farooq Abdullah, has tendered his resignation. Abdullah had lost control back in 1984. Probably had he has visited the conference of Kashmir and shared the platform with Jammu and Kashmir Liberation Front's leader Yasin Malik. Later, Ghulam Muhammad Shah, who was supported by the Congress Party, had replaced the brother-in-law Farooq Abdullah and assumed the role as State Chief Minister. So we can understand how the film Kashmir revolved around the family of the Pushkar Nath Pandit and character portrait actor Anupam Kher, whose son gets named the hit list and gets killed by terrorists, daughter-in-law gets killed in the public, and a grandchild gets bullet in the head. The pain of families shown in the movie makes the audience question how can human beings so cruel against fellow humans in the name of so-called religion of Islam? They are the 9 incident depicted in movies and it happened in the reality. So attack on the judges of Srinagar High Court also. After that, and how Yasin Malik became the leader, that is a different issue. So we can understand. The wording was removed newspapers and all. So we can understand the sensitivity of the case. So thanks to court now reopens the case of the Kashmiri Hindus, and from 15th of September 2022 the trial will be start. Thanks to the government, thanks to JK judiciary Ladakh, and thanks to all. Time of break. After break, we'll talk about the Congress. Welcome back in our program of this GGN special talk, a special analysis, news analysis. Just you see the photographs of the Congress, all the leaders, all the big leaders in this scene picture. Kapil Sibal, Hemant Biswa Sarma, the present Assam CM, but not from Congress, from BJP. Hardik Patel, earlier in Congress, now in BJP. Shahzad Punewala, now a spokesperson for BJP. And Jyotiraj Scindia is now cabinet minister in BJP government. Ghulam Nabi Azad, bye-bye to Congress. And RPN Singh is in Congress, left Congress in BJP now. Sunil Jakhar. And this Sushmita Dev joined TMC. Jaipur Sergil just left, not joined anywhere. Kuldeep Bishnoi, father Bhajan Lal, son of Bhajan Lal, great leader of Congress, now in BJP now. Jitin Prasad in BJP, father was Jitin Prasad. Political advisor to Narasimha Rao that time, very prominent leader, is now left the Congress, joined BJP, now he is cabinet minister in UP government. And Captain Amrinder Singh also joined the BJP now. And just fought election with BJP and last election. All are this long list. If you talk like that, why they are in out, and new name is Manish Tiwari, Anand Sharma, and more. G23 group may we leave. What will be the role of opposition now? What is the status of opposition now? How country will go without opposition? And the Pradhan Mantri, the Prime Minister, Narendra Bhai Modi said, the country, Bharat will be very soon with Congress mukt, Congress free. It may be possible now. Just his prediction may be true. As it seems now, at present, if you talk like that, Indira Gandhi has begun returning Congress to center after realizing she has pushed too far to left. Rajiv Rao and Manmohan stayed the course. Sonia Rahul reversed it, become indistinguishable from CPM and just an unelectable. So forget the Ghulam Nabi Azad was saying now. Question you need to first ask the four fundamental. Why do we not bother about the state of Congress party? Does the party even matter any longer? If so, why? What does it stand for? The party has won nearly electorally since winter of 2018. In Kerala, party considered the unprecedented success in them to left. It declined further in West Bengal. Such a thing was possible. Failed to regain Haryana and Manipur. Wiped out the Punjab stronghold. Although to be fair, its leadership had to work really hard at conjuring up the dramatic political society. So how Congress will survive now? A very good, very big question. Australia reacted just aggressively. Manish Tiwari, former Union Cabinet Minister, a spokesperson, as well as he was the former Youth Congress President, and same as Anand Sharma. So many chief ministers, leaders, all already left. How the Amrinder Singh dumped, we know, and now allies of the BJP. The comedian jokes the delightful them of party. Navjot Sindhu is spending time in jail for volunteering helping a person. He was earlier in the BJP, now the Congress. So surprising new chief minister, incredibly brilliant Dalit master stroke, now seen the hard in public election defeat. So many story we can understand. How we'll go now. So reason how see the state wise. If you see the list is like same. Kapil Sibal, Delhi, Jiten Prasad from UP, RP Singh from UP, Sushmita Dev from Assam and Tripura now, Priyanka Chaturvedi, Delhi for now, she is the MP from the Shiv Sena, Sadat Punawala spokesperson, Javi Sergil left recently 2 3 back, Sunil Jakar during the election time, and Kuldeep Bishnoi recently in election time when the Kartikeya Sharma elected Raj Sabha, the media baron from Haryana. Himanta Biswa Sharma left in 2014. Now he is chief minister of and very popular chief minister now, Assam. Jyotiraj Scindia just who made the BJP government now a cabinet minister, Captain Amrinder Singh and Ghulam Nabi Azad. But more than 45% MLAs joined last 6 years and two, 222 candidates left Congress. So we can imagine the status of Congress, how Congress will go with the mother, son, and daughter. Only 3% believe with the uh, brother-in-law of Rahul Gandhi. So this is a 137 years old fool running the Rahul Gandhi. And somebody says recently 71-year young Rajasthan Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot may be party president. I don't think so. On this massacre and all this uh, obnobbing, we can understand how it will go or not. And somebody is saying this is a conspiracy of Rahul Gandhi, who doesn't want the old senior leaders should be in party. So it may be happen. So there all the G3, according to Manish Tiwari, has today said, no any suggestion has taken seriously. Party needs the complete introspection in all manners to go fight against BJP, state by state, district by district, but nobody is listening. The very uh, poor credential people are just grab the party without any reason. So we can understand what will happen to the Congress. And this is not an easy task. So, talking about the all, so where is the party? Only two state government, Chhattisgarh and Rajasthan, that are also going to lose now in coming days, next year, and some party in Jharkhand. Now everyone zero now, so we can understand. So if you quote the Cafe Azmi and a film 1960, हीरो जाने क्या ढूंढती रहती है आंखें मुझमें रख दे राख के ढेर में शोला है न चिंगारी है तो ना शोला है ना there is no shola no chingari. So we can understand what do my eyes keep searching for it myself when it is just a pile of ash with no fire no spark. So if Gandhi is honest about seeing what the left in their party, they have to only see the gaggle. Rahul has now collected the Ispat Yatra. Its most visible faces are more permanent NGOs of society. But I don't think something will happen. They are just going to the Bharat Joro Yatra. I think first they should learn how Congress Joro, as Ghulam Nabi Azad said. The Congress is just dismantled now in all manners. Very tough to be united and very tough to. As yesterday Hemant Biswa Sarma said, Rahul Gandhi is good for BJP, good for the our. He should be in there, so we can understand the sensitivity. How every leader is sensitive, and Congress is going to be just dimmed day by day. And if you think our the statement of our Prime Minister Narendra Bhai Modi, Bharat will be very soon Con- Congress free. Con- Other way, Bharat will be very soon Congress mukt. So, but as I think, in country, one stronger opposition should be there. But sorry to say, Congress is now fragmented in many ways. Should not be. Hope for the best for the country. Whatever Congress is doing, they are facing the all uh, misdeeds by Sonia Gandhi, all curse by the all senior leaders. They have to face anyhow. This is a culture of Bharat. This is a Sanatan culture of Bharat. They have to face it. After 1998, only 2% captured the party. 24 years. What happened? In 24 years, see the BJP has many leaders. So we can understand. So we can see like that. And in Hindi is a no urza, no tajruba, and like that. So we can understand how the Congress party will face now the tune, and they have to go like that. So understand. Thank you very much. Then let us see, hope for the best. But I have no hope. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.